Good Monday morning to you. Hope you are doing well today. Today is Monday, April the 13th, and hope that everything is going as well as it can be going for you today. We are having to navigate a world that none of us has ever seen or witnessed, nor is there a particular plan for. And sometimes I know that can feel a bit overwhelming. Um, with all that said, I would also offer that while it does feel overwhelming, well, certain things in this crashing economy at this time may feel inevitable, that we do not know everything. We cannot know how everything is going to shake out. For instance, there is no way that anybody could have predicted Melania Trump deciding to come out and offer so much fuel to the movement. We could not have predicted that the one of the principal archetypes of this era of fascism, Viktor Orban, would lose, and what that is going to mean in terms of the balance and equation across the globe. I seriously doubt that the prediction of a general strike happening on May 1st was in the purview or vision of those who have brought us to this place, nor could we have imagined that we would be at a time, at a place where Luigi Mangione is serving as inspiration for workers to ignite protestations in their own places of work. And certainly wouldn't imagine this quickly we would have seen the general tide turning against Peter Thiel and AI. All of that to say, we cannot know all of what is next. There's no way to know that. And so to assume that there is not a path forward, or that the only path forward is through a more treacherous and worse, for want of a better word, terrain. Again, we're traveling through and traversing through areas that have heretofore been unexplored. So there's not a way for us to be sure that that is what is happening. What we can be sure of is that the better prepared we are for as many eventualities as are headed our way, could be headed our way, including the reckoning that there will be some white lash to that as well. Just as we have seen the country go a little bit insane over the last year behind the assassination of Charlie Kirk, whoever did it. So, with all of that, what we do know is that the way through this is together, is in community. And I keep saying that. One thing I haven't said is that to be in community means investing in community, and that's where the feedback loop really begins, right? If we're giving to community, that is not as with this, or any other offering that you have that's within your skill set, that's within your power to put out there, that when we're giving the community, we're doing that as much for ourselves as anything else. You know, when we are not finding ourselves in positions where we can share, where I can share um, endless material resources. What I can share is the reality of this moment. I can share that you are not alone, that you are not the only one wondering how you're going to pay bills, how you're going to feed all the kids or the pets or the plants, whoever it is that you're responsible for in your day to day life and yourself, because you've got to take care of yourself as well. Um, Not being able to uh, give all of the trinkets of the childhoods of the 80s and 90s and just nonsense for our kids to be caught up in. Um, they have a much, much more grounded understanding of the world, I think, than many of us did when we were their ages. I don't know how old your kids are. Um, those who we are caring for, those we plan to care for, the elders in our communities, we have to invest in ourselves to be able to invest in them. Um, who you are as you show up to the table is what you will offer. And as we leave, and all of us are going to leave, right? None of us gets out of life alive. That's kind of one of the secrets of it. That what people will remember is how you made them feel. Real people. I'm not talking about people who are looking at your Wikipedia page or your Facebook or your whatever value you had or they think you had or whatever. I'm talking about you as a person will be remembered for how you made people feel. And that means investing in ourselves and keeping ourselves grounded enough to show up uh, responsibly, thoughtfully, and empathetically, and being able to hold the most important boundaries for ourselves at the same time. So, with that, let's begin another week. One of the four corners of fascism has fallen. One of the four horsemen is not going to make it to the finish line. But we are here and we are here together. And so, if you're someplace comfortable and safe to do so, feel free to uncross your legs, maybe put your hands to the side a little bit, close your eyes, or lower your eyelids if that's comfortable. And just notice your breath. Notice the pace. If there's coolness in the air as you're breathing in, or is the air where you are warm right now? Do you have the privilege of being able to breathe through your nose right now? Is that available to you? And as you're breathing out, try to bring some energy to that activity so that all of that old air gets out. And simply by releasing all of the old air, you'll find that there's more space for new air to come in. And that cycle, the tide coming in and out, the breath coming in and out, That cycle is the cycle that feeds us, that feeds our lungs. Our lungs that feed the air, the oxygen that allows for us to have our blood running through us. Miracle, miracle of reservoir within you. It keeps your mind fed, your heart fed. And as you're noticing your breath, breathing in, I want you to think to yourself, I am taking from community. And as we breathe out, we're breathing out, I give to community. Breathing in, we'll change it a little bit. I accept from my community. And breathing out, I give to my community. Accepting and giving. Accepting and giving. And as you're breathing, notice in this pattern that you cannot do one without the other. You cannot accept if you don't give, and you cannot give if you don't accept. Receive. Circle all the way around. One of the problems with meditating with a writer who is self-editing in the process, I apologize. Breathing in, I receive. And exhaling, I give of myself. Whatever language works best for you. And when you're ready, let's go ahead and take a breath in together. Breathing out. And open your eyes. Thank you very much for the opportunity to be here with you and to give to and receive from this community. And hope that this week will bring you good fortune in friends, in love, and in all of the things that help us all make it through. And until next time, take good care of yourselves. Talk to you soon.